part of a process called the eviction. What's it called, please? The eviction was a 1 month experience where they each had tasks. There was 12 people on the eviction. Out of the 12 people, I whittled it down to the top 3. All the others were evicted from my house. The top 3 were David, Lawton and Evans. They were the best, they were the hardest working, they were the most sophisticated, they were the hungriest in my opinion at the time. I then lived with David in Ireland, I lived with Lawton in Manchester, and I lived with Evans in London, each for 1 week. During that 1 week, the idea was that they would become financially free. Now, it's been a little while since the challenge, it was about 7-8 months, because I wanted to see how they performed thereafter. Would they lose the money? Would they sabotage their success and go back to working at a normal job? Or would they flourish and prosper? What would their work ethic be like? What would their moral compass be like? Their ethics, how would it be after 8 months? It's now been 8 months, and I'm going to be deciding who will be the property millionaire and who will ultimately be the winner of this year's eviction. However, I need your help. So I'm going to give each an opportunity to speak, and once they've spoken, they'll sit down, they'll come up one by one, and then I'm going to let you guys happily decide who I'm going to be working with for 3 years to become a property millionaire. Question, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Yes! Okay, you're not ready. Question, are you ready? Yes! So who's going to go first? Are we going to get David, Lawton, or Evans? Shout out the name of the person who will go first.
Well, as Samuel says, I'm really nervous, but this last, I'm just going to speak from the heart. I didn't prepare nothing. I'm not a person to do speeches, but this last 9 months has been an absolute roller coaster. My journey started back in Bristol, 2020. It was the first ever crash course I went to. And a bit like everyone here today, I thought, this is what I want to do. Samuel's YouTube videos basically took me to the crash course, and we had to sign up for further training. I actually filled out the form that day, and it was the biggest regret I actually made. I put the form in my pocket, and I didn't sign up to further training. So I was kind of one of those skeptics. I thought, maybe property's not for me. I hadn't really got the money, and so I went back to my work. I thought work is a safe place. This is where I'm going to make my money. I wasn't happy, and look, July came. I was off hired, and it's sorry. Financially, it crippled me. October came, Samuel put up a post, people applying for the eviction. So, look, I prayed for a chance. I says, if I get a chance, I'm not gonna turn it down. If I didn't do the eviction, I couldn't have done a financial freedom challenge. And, the financial freedom challenge, I made, in the first week, £10,000, and I never seen that money in my life. And since then, I've gone on to, I've got multiple rent-to-rents, SAs, joint ventures. I'm buying a house at the minute as well. Literally everything has just gone absolutely perfect. Today is the biggest decision that's going to be in my life in the next 20 minutes, and it's drastically going to change the course of my life. And I want to do more. Money is just a tool. Samuel had up a video at his crash course in Bristol about the people that he helped, the charity work that he did. There was people, homeless people, they had no water, and I said, someday if I had money, I want to do what Samuel does. I want to be like Samuel Leeds, and if I won this challenge today, I can do these things. So first and foremost, I want to thank everyone for listening to me. Thank you to Amelia, Tony, Samuel, Russell, whole family. You've been amazing. And whatever happens today, I've made two brilliant friends for life, Evans and Lawton. So thank you, everyone. And, thank you.
Amazing. All right, let's take the mic going. Lawton, come on, my brother. Okay, let's do the noise for Lawton.
Wow, I firstly just want to say, can we just give David a round of applause? Because when he was crying, like, I started to cry then as well. So just by like a show of hands, who's seen like my FF challenge and what we did? Yeah. Perfect, that's brilliant. So like, the challenge itself was, as David said, life-changing in many ways. I don't know if you know my story, but I was employed, I had a great job, company car, laptop, blah-de, blah-de, blah. I was working so hard to work up that corporate ladder to get to something that I thought I could get to. But quickly I realized that as soon as I thought I was going somewhere, COVID came and I got made redundant. I knew that I had to do something, but I just didn't know what to do. Samuel came, we did 11 grand in 2 days. We also went on to finish the week by securing a piece of land close to where I live to build 6 houses with a gross development value of £2.4 million with no money down. We've now secured a piece of land in Ancoats, Manchester City Centre, where we're going to be putting container ships and converting them into bed sits. Thank you. And making a massive difference in the town that I'm from. I couldn't do that if I was still employed, because my 40 hours a week would be still employed, still making maybe just £2,600 after tax. Now I'm making the money that I'm making, it means that I have the freedom and the time to do what means a lot to me, which was charity. I always bought the homeless guy a meal deal outside Tesco when I seen them and stuff every now and again, but I never could do anything significant because I didn't have anything significant to give anybody. I had no money, I had no time. Now we're earning both, I'm earning time and earning money, I can contribute. Said that right, didn't I? Contribute. Sorry, I'm looking at the stage thinking, don't fall off. So that fulfills me as a person, and I just wanted to say, you know, thank you for listening to me just waffle on. Hopefully, I inspired you in some way, shape or form. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Can we show some love to Lawton Hotwire? All right, Evan, over to you.
So I just want to start by saying that, you know, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for taking the time to, you know, to listen to me and, you know, David and Lawton's story. I want to thank Samuel Leeds, because he has got no idea what he's done for me. But for me, all of this started in October. It was the 2nd of October. I was with my son playing with Ellen around the house. And, you know, I was playing with my son, and I was just like, you know, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be? And, you know, he named a few things. Then he finally nailed it down to being a dentist. And for me, I was thinking, like, you know, all the things that you name, like, no one of them matched me. But then I realized the reason why he wanted to be a dentist, because, you know, his uncle, his mom's brother, was a dentist, and he used to buy him all the clothes, all the stuff, and everything like that. And for me at that time, that's when I realized that I'm officially a loser. You know, my own flesh and blood does not want to be like me. You know, I go him every 2 weeks. He comes around Ellen's house. He sleeps on the bed. Me and Ellen sleep on the floor. And that's when I realized that, Evans, you go do something. And I'm like, you know, I'll do whatever I have to do. And, you know, I started looking for stuff. And, you know, Samuel put the post about doing the eviction. I put up the post for the eviction. Amelia shortlisted me. I did a video. I think it was good. But I texted Amelia on Instagram. I was like, look, man, you got no idea what this means to me. And the only way I'm not going to win is if you don't give me an opportunity. Because she had no idea the reason why I was saying that. And long story short, God is good. I got the opportunity. I did the eviction. As Samuel said, I was the wild card. Probably all odds were against me to reach to the final. I got to the final, and I got to the Financial Freedom Challenge. And, you know, we started the eviction. We started Financial Freedom Challenge. First day of the challenge, we got the task, you know, let's get 2 rent-to-rent secured. I'm thinking like, yep, I've got Samuel Leeds, the best trader next to me. Anything is possible. Just didn't go like that. I mean, we called agents. Agents was not letting us in, like coronavirus. We said, you know, forget this. Let's drive to the agents. We drove to the agents, went from agency to agency, and no one gave us a rent-to-rent. The day came to an end. Someone's like, we're not going to go home until we secure rent-to-rent. That didn't happen. 8, 9 o'clock, no rent-to-rent. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's go home. Let's start the next day. The next day came, and before we left the house, someone's like, look, Evans, you have to find 2 rent-to-rents today. If you don't, like, you pretty much just failed the challenge. And you've always been, you know, the villain starting from 0. If you don't make it happen, you'll always be that guy. And I was just like, no pressure, okay. So I made a phone call. I made a phone call direct to a landlord. And I can still remember, like yesterday, it was this lady. And she was buzzing. She was like, yeah, we do. You know, you can do it. You can come around. Yeah, I'm happy. Come around and have a look. And I'm super pumped. My first phone call is a yes. And I can still remember, like yesterday, we drove to a house. We parked the car. I'm walking up to the door. I'm bumping. I'm singing. I'm like, yeah, this is the one. This is the one. And, you know, I knocked on the door. And no one answered. And I knocked on the door again. No one answered. I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's round the back. Knocked again, no one answered. About 4 times, then this lady came out. And she was just like, what do you want? I was like, you know, I spoke to you over the phone. I'm Evans. And she just completely just gave me a look of disgust. I've never seen someone look at me like that before. And she looked at Samuel, and she's just like, was it you I spoke to over the phone? And Samuel's like, no, you spoke to Evans. And long story short, she did not allow me to come into the property. She judged me based on the way that I looked, and she allowed Samuel to come into the house, and she completely just left me behind. And you know, he went inside, he viewed the property, and I was outside, and that was literally the make or break moment in my entire life. I can never forget it, man. I was sitting out there, I'm thinking like I've been the underdog the entire way. The first day I got no rent-to-rents, and the second morning, like the first lady I met is being racist to me and not allow me to, you know, view the property because of the way that I look. And, you know, Samuel came out and just like, Evans, this is the case, whatever. And I'm just like, what do you want to do? And I stayed quiet for a few minutes. But something was just saying to me, like, look, Evans, if you can go through this, you will inspire people that no matter what the obstacle is, you can make it happen. And I was just like, he's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, you know what, Samuel, let's make it happen. And we carried on that day. That day, we went to another agent that gave us 2 rent-to-rents. Agent I viewed the property before, called back and gave me 2 more rent-to-rents. So literally, within a few minutes after that whole catastrophe, I got 4 rent-to-rents, which is great. Not only did I have the pressure of my son to become something and inspire him, but I had the pressure of my partner that I kept saying for years that we're gonna make it, baby, hang in there. Like for years, sleeping on this, single bed. I was just like, you know what? Let's just get something. I found a nice apartment in Canary Wharf, which he always dreamt about doing, that we secured that same week. After that, I go another rent-to-rent, maybe £600. I go another one. Now my rent-to-rent portfolio is just over £4,000 a month. And I love rent-to-rents, and I keep getting rent-to-rents, but I don't want them anymore, so I'm now packaging them and selling them. And on average, I'm making about £12,000 to £15,000, for packaging and selling deals and doing rent-to-rents. And, not only that, not only that, I've secured a very good property. I'm like, I can't sell this. And we pull a joint venture in. It's an 8-bedroom property, converted into 5 flats. We're going to use it as service accommodation and make over £3,000 a month. Not using any of my own money. But yeah, things were going good. And I was like, okay, cool. What do you do now? And I was like, I mean, you want to roll, Evans? You might as well keep going. And last week we secured a hotel that we're pulling investors in to fund. That'll make over £15,000 a month. And over the few months, I mean, I'm a humble guy from the Caribbean, man. £10,000 is like, whoa, it's a lot of money. I've been making money I've never dreamed of making. So when I started making money doing deal selling, I started sending my mom more money because I always send a few £100 for it. But when I started making more money, I sent her £500 and £1,000, and all of a sudden she calls me more often now, sends me more messages, and I'm getting more gratitude. And I was just like, you know what, man? Like, this is what I'm meant to be doing. I'm meant to be helping people. And that's the reason why I come to all these events to help people. You know, when someone comes to me and be like, hey, Evans, the reason why I'm here today, I've got quite a few people already. The reason why I'm here today, Evans, is because I saw your video. For me, that's like everything. And that's the reason why I'm here on the stage. And that's the reason why, you know, I feel like I have to go all the way. Because when I got started in property, I never knew no one that looks like me that, you know, that inspires me, right? For me, the reason why, you know, I have to go all the way is because I know that there's some people that need to hear my story. There's some people that, you know, Samuel can't relate to. There's some people that, you know, Ricky can't relate to. There's some people that needs to hear my story. So they really robbed of an excuse. Because I'm nobody special. I'm just somebody you can copy and paste. Like Samuel gives me the recipe, you know. Like whatever excuse you can obviously have, I've had it before and I'm here making it happen. And I couldn't do it without the support and the training of Samuel. So I really want to thank you for the opportunity you give me. Samuel, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I'm feeling pretty inspired right now, yes or no, guys? This was really interesting. I know Evan's son. I know his son. And when Evan told the story about how his son wanted to be a dentist, like Ellen, his partner's brother or whatever, he wants to be a dentist, and Evan's felt that cut deep. I know Jaden, right? Jaden's like 6, 7 years old. I know Jaden. I saw Jaden a few days ago. I said to Jaden, hey Jaden, what do you want to be when you grow up? Hand on heart, you know what he said? He said, I want to be like my dad. I want to be like Alright guys, tough decision time. Here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to put my hand over each one of their head in a moment, and I want you to cheer. And I want to see who gets the loudest cheer. And then I want to make my decision because I want your help. Alright? If you think I should do the Proxy Millionaire challenge with David Eccles, please cheer now. If you think I should do the Proxy Millionaire challenge with my man Lawton, please cheer now. If you think I should do the Proxy Millionaire challenge with Evan, please cheer now. The Millionaire Challenge with Evans. Can we show some massive love and appreciation for Lawton and David? Right, Evans, what's happening, brother?
I just really want to thank everybody. I really want to thank David. You know, David has been a friend, a friend from day one. Really helped me out. We're on the same team. And you're very analyzed, David. You're very, you structural, and that's helped me a lot. So I really want to thank you, David. Thank you so much. And I really want to thank this guy. You guys have seen us on the Eviction. You may think that we're enemies, but this guy's helped me very, very much indirectly as well. And this guy has forced me to believe big. And this guy, that's Lawton. Lawton, I want to thank you so much, bro. You inspire me to think big. I really want to thank you. And I want to thank one more person. I want to thank 2 more people. The person who made this happen gave me an opportunity when no one believed in me, when he had got no right to believe in me. He believed in me. And the way that he looked at me from day one, it was different. I've never seen someone look at me the way that Samuel looked at me. And that's all the belief that I needed to keep going. When everything was tough, just the way that I'm like a multi-millionaire, I'm broke, I've got nothing. Why is he looking at me like that? But he didn't look at me for the person I was, he looked at me for the person I can become. And I credit this to you, Samuel. And I want to thank this, the last person. This person, you guys got no idea what that person means to me. This person has took me from literally at a point where I was gonna probably end my life, because I just thought, I'm not worth living anymore. I'm a failure. And this person, things were really tough for me. There was a point where I was homeless, and she told me to come around, come and spend a couple of nights. Mom wouldn't know. And, a couple of nights ended up leading to a couple of years. Man, I had nothing, man. I was really in a bad place, and she helped me. So I really want to let you know, Ellen, that all of this is because of you. And I thank you so much. And we've been together for 4 years, and man, this has been the toughest 4 years, the best 4 years of my life. Been through hell and back, but whatever happened to me, this person she was just like, she just couldn't get off. Like whatever happened, she's just there, and I'm thinking like, okay, Evans, she's not like maybe that's a sign. And I just want to let you know I really appreciate you, and I would just really ask, would it be okay if you allow me to spend the rest of my life with you? Would you mind? I've been carrying the ring around for the last 2 months. Today's the one day that I left it at home, but I promise I'll put it on. I'll put it on tonight, but I don't want any of this success without you, because it would not be possible if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for making me the happiest guy.
Oh my God. I haven't even got my nails done.
It fits.
It does fit. My hands are very hot. I love you so much. I love you so much.